Cubs Radio.
Well, that didn't work well. I didn't like the sound of that. I'm replaying that, Steven. That was terrible.
Do-over.
That was not even good. Not even fair.
Do-over.
Anyway, it would have been the intro of the circus theme, which was the theme of our show. Anyway, welcome to the Steve Sqaured Show. I'm your host, funny man Steve. I'm so upset. I had that whole thing propped up.
Well, why don't you go back to it?
I don't just because all right, we'll go back.
Let's just go back to it.
You want to go back to it?
Yes.
Let me see if I can go back to it. Let me see if I can go back to it.
That's the wrong one.
No, I got it. Just hold on a second. I'm going to go back to it.
Okay.
Because our fans want to hear this. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Now we're rolling. This was the intro that I should have been playing.
There you go.
I like that. Do you know who wrote this?
Steve Allen.
No. Merle Evans.
I know him well.
So that's our circus theme for today. Anyway, let's try that again. Welcome to the Steve Sqaured Show. I'm your host, funny man Stevie K. And I'm really excited to have in the studio my friend and yours. He's a really nice guy. Where is he?
Where is he? Who is it?
Well,
Who are you talking about?
thought it was you. These are terrible. I don't like these. Forget it.
This is terrible.
It's terrible.
Terrible.
Anyway, to
No,
my
thank
left
you.
and to your right is our co-host of today's show, live from Governor's Comedy Club, Steven. Please give it up for Mangiaracina.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Steve.
I haven't been here in a while. Which of that claps? There we go. We got some nice rounding applause from our live. You know, this is live, and
I could have
this
used
is not
that chopper right now. I was
Well,
going to run to the chopper.
let me explain
get
what
to
the problem
chopper.
is to our studio audience.
Oh, we have a problem.
Yeah, well, right now I've gotten. You might have noticed I got new glasses. I stopped off at
Those are the same ones you had last week.
No,
right?
these are a new prescription. This is
Oh.
from the Cohen brothers over on Massapequa. No, who is it from? You told me before.
It doesn't matter, does it?
Anyway, these
I
two.
don't think they're brothers, though.
They're okay. So I got these new glasses. What do you think? They're a little bit. And the look at this. You see what happens when you try to get it? I went to a Groupon. I got my glasses on Groupon, and now look at this. I look like Nick Fury in Spider-Man. Oh, we're gonna get to that. You like the way I teased that in there?
Nick Fury's in Spider-Man?
Spider-Man Far From Home. Well, he was on. We'll get to this. But did you see the promo poster?
No, I did not.
Little controversy there.
I don't know.
I'll tell you about it in a minute. We have our friend Sally in the booth. What's going on, Sally?
Hello.
Sally?
How you-
Not much. How are you guys? Been a good week.
Has it been a good week?
Yeah.
Summer is here.
Summer's here. You were saying you guys were. Where were you guys at?
We went to Kalahari Water Park.
Ooh, very nice.
Very loud. Very, very loud.
Was it?
But it was fun. Yeah.
Kids love that. It's the
Yeah.
water.
It's the
Down-
water. We even went on rides too. So yeah, it was kind of fun.
You tried the zip line?
Did the zip line. That was interesting.
How'd that work?
The funniest part for me is because we're online forever. You have to sign waivers. You have to get, this is how your equipment works. All for this, no kidding, 15.6 second zip
Wow.
line thing. But we're waiting in line for 40 minutes, and there's this family bathroom that's in the building.
Right.
And this cute little Chinese couple that's probably in their late 60s comes walking in, and the lady is carrying this big fruit basket, all these tomatoes and peaches.
Oh wow.
And the husband opens up the bathroom door, and they walk in, and it was so weird. And Tony,
were they selling fruit at the bathroom? What is happening
No,
here?
but Tony's like, "What are you eating lunch in there?"
Oh my God! You see what happens in these other states? This is in Pennsylvania, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
That way they
yeah,
keep-
but
that's where
that
they
was
keep the
probably my
Poconos.
favorite part of the whole zip line because they were in there for the longest time, and then they walked out with fruit and they left. They just came into a zip
That
line
was
place
They want to eat fruit and
eat a
use the
couple of
bathroom.
pieces of fruit in the bathroom, I guess, and go home.
They might have just gotten mixed up with the whole language translation thing, and the Google Translate sent them to the bathroom for free fruit.
Wait, yeah.
That could have happened. It's happened to
Yeah.
me on a number of occasions when I travel. I end up in weird places eating fruit. But
That's another story.
that is. Anyway, it's really great. We're now at July 1st. Welcome, July. The summer is actually here. It's a beautiful day out. We are broadcasting to you live and in color, and we're right in your home right now. We're in somebody's home. I don't know who's watching,
think.
but we're in their home. You can actually see us, Steve, on Facebook and YouTube at the Steve Sqaured Show or Govs Radio. We're all .com. We're all over the place. You can Instagram us. You can say hi to us. That would also be on Steve Sqaured Show.
And what else?
I'm not loving I keep saying the Twitter thing. I don't get any tweets from anybody. Nor do I use it. I'm not really happy with Twitter.
You're not a tweeter, are you?
Not happy with Twitter.
What would you, if you could tweet, what would you tweet?
I would get involved in these angry. I feel like the Twitter world is a very angry place. Do you feel like that, Sally?
Yeah, I don't do Twitter. I was actually starting to think about getting into Instagram. I know I'm the last one. I even have an account.
It's
in
just
fact,
pictures.
I looked at it the other
Nice,
day, and I was going to sign up, and I guess one of my kids must have signed me up because I had one.
That's perfect. You would seem like that. I mean, post your fun pictures with your family.
That's what it is. Just pictures.
Mostly.
Do you say anything, or you just
You can
post
say
pictures?
things. You can say things, but you know,
what is it? 60-second videos? Is it up to,
I
or is it
think
went
so.
longer? Right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like
You
can
know
post.
what I don't get that the kids do is Snapchat. Like you post
Yeah.
something and then it disappears. Like
Right.
and then
I wish
that's
my life
weird to
was
me.
like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I
Right.
would love
No.
to post. I
what
would love
parent,
to disappear.
What parent would like that? Come on.
That is true.
Yeah.
You want you want some kind of record of what's happening. They do give you an option of not having it disappear. But
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
think that's new ones, or they've been doing that. My niece is all over Snap. She's a Snapchatter.
Mm-hmm.
You're a big Snapchatter, aren't you?
I am not. I do have an account, but I never use it. You will never see my face on it, but
Okay.
I see other Snapchats on there.
Okay.
So
All right. Well,
Not,
that's our social media segment, which is
it's a little
brought to you by
disturbing.
Celsius High Energy Drink.
Really?
It's going to be on board one day. This is our pre-sponsor.
But not today.
Not today, not yet. They don't know I'm promoting their product.
Promo?
It's sparkling, and it's high energy, no high fructose corn syrup.
Tell me how much you love this stuff. You drink this.
I'm actually my friend wants me to seek like almost quasi AA meeting. I guess
Really?
this would be a CA,
CA meeting.
I'm a Celsius addictive. I do love these drinks.
It is delicious. Light.
It's light. It reminds me of my childhood because it has a taste like an Orange Crush. The Sunkissed.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Sunkissed?
Orange Crush, Sunkissed, those, yeah,
Yeah.
two different brands.
Well,
but
I
yeah.
understand they're two different brands.
Okay.
It's not like we were loyal to one. I would sometimes have a Sunkissed, sometimes an Orange Crush.
Mm.
I know you were brand loyal, but I didn't care.
No.
As a child, I had no
No,
caring.
just saying.
So these are. I'm going to pop one open to stay awake for the.
Bring the microphone so we can hear it.
Oh, okay. Let's get a really good.
That was a good one.
That was
Sounded
nice.
very refreshing.
Yes,
Did,
it
didn't it?
does.
See, that's how they do the commercial. Then you hear the nice the goo, 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 goo. Are you listening? Don't put your ear in my drink, Steve.
I'm not.
What are you doing?
It's not like
over
I'm touching it. I'm just.
there? What are you?
listening
It's like
to
you're
it.
listening for waves. It's not a. You're not going to hear the ocean in there.
Just really hear the fizz.
Speaking of fizz, the Knicks coach, David Fizdale, is excited today as the New York Knicks have acquired a couple of players from the local playground in Levittown. Good for them.
Is that so?
Yes, the
Okay.
Knicks are going to be
Okay.
very exciting to watch this year.
False applause. There
They
you go,
got
there you go.
themselves a kid from middle school. He's Jeremy Johnson. He's a 12th grader. They said he's got really good promise, and they didn't go after high-priced talent.
No.
The Knicks went a different direction.
Right.
They scouted the local middle schools, and they did find themselves a couple of kids. They just hoping they score well enough on their regions this summer, and they'll be on board. We'll see them at the Garden. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm out getting my Knick paraphernalia right now.
Is that if Levittown schools let them play? Though?
Sure, there could be a one of those kind of NBA union things. I don't know if kids are allowed to play at 15 years old. But the Knicks are going. Good for Jim Dolan and the Knicks. I will tell you this, and this is my promise on the radio. I will not watch 1 second, not a second, of New York Knicks basketball next year.
Now, will you watch any seconds of New York Net basketball
No.
with Kyrie Irving?
Ew. No. I'm not a Net fan. I don't even know where they play.
You know where they play.
All over Brooklyn.
You
I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. And that's our sports segment brought to you by, we have a new sponsor today, Steve. Cliff Bar.
You don't need that. Come on.
I've had a Cliff Bar. The
Really?
Cliff Bars are not bad. Now, this is an interesting story behind the sibilance. I didn't do my warm-up, so I missed
It's all right. Go
Interesting is a tough word to say. The Cliff Bar is named, the guy invented it. He was a marathon runner, really high-energy guy.
ahead. Sure.
He didn't like the bars that were out at the time. This was, I don't even know, maybe 70s, 80s, whatever it was. Or maybe it was even later. There was only the Pure Pro bar, like one bar on the market.
Right.
So this dude, he his mom was a baker. He tells her, we want something with oats and wheats and something healthy, good high energy, some good complex carbs. They come up with this bar, and they name it Cliff after his dad.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's father was named Cliff.
His name's Cliff.
So what do you think about that?
That's great.
I got to come up with something and name it after my dad. Like the Teddy workout video.
That might be good.
That's my dad's name.
That might be good.
Speaking of my weekend, I was helping my dad. We were putting up shelves. So my dad likes to even getting a nail or a bolt.
Mm-hmm.
My dad probably has every nail and bolt that has been ever distributed in the world. Yet we still couldn't find the one we needed. So we made 7 trips to Ace Hardware. We went back and forth to Ace. And then, of course, I'll do an early rant. The cash register girl didn't ring up our coupon. And then it froze because she was asking us if we wanted to donate to harvest something. And so then we didn't know which button to press. And then the whole thing freezes. So my dad went livid. Absolutely ballistic.
I'm sorry about that.
Was
Now, funny you should say that. My day, I had to go find a mallet.
What is that? Is that a bird?
No, like a hammer.
Not a mallard.
Like a rubber mallet.
Okay.
Because I had to do some yard work. We have these like little things. They look like bricks. They're plastic. They go around your yard and stuff. And I just had to like hammer it, whatever.
How you doing?
But then we had to go to the Home Depot, and I went by myself and got it.
Did you? And you got a mallet? What do they get for? Now this is another thing we'll talk about later. So what did they get you for a mallet? How much is that mallet?
About $13.
All right, that's
now you know
kind of pricey.
But do you know what the thing that's good now?
Mm-hmm.
If we used to go to, there used to be a hardware store in our town, and now that's closed.
On Park Boulevard?
Yes, on Park Boulevard.
Cunningham Hardware?
That's Milwaukee, but yes, it's the big difference. Indian name.
Hey, speaking of Milwaukee, do you know whose birthday it is today?
Milwaukee?
Yeah.
I would have to say it's
Laverne and Shirley.
Very good
One
guess.
of them.
It's really, this is not, I don't know, it's not really a Milwaukee reference. I don't know why. It's Jamie Farr.
Jamie Farr's from Ohio.
Exactly, Toledo, Ohio. So I just thought of, because it's close, right? I'm not a good is Toledo, is Ohio close to Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
Not really.
All
It's not like a baseball throw or anything.
Oh, all right. Well, I didn't know. But yeah, that was a good guess on the Laverne and Shirley. And yeah, so it was Jamie Farr. He turned 70-something today. And I want to wish him. And do you know who else's birthday is today? Actually,
you know what? You know he wrote a
today.
book. Jamie Farr wrote a book, like biography. You know what it was called?
MASH.
No.
What?
You'll love this. Just for fun.
Oh God.
Just for fun.
He's dead.
To the chopper.
No, that was good. That wasn't a chop.
No, I know. Well, smash.
That's what I wanted to give him. He got cricketed. I don't like that title. Just far.
If you made it up, you would say that's a great title, Steve, isn't it?
That's a little
He would
corny
say
for
that.
me. Yeah, I might say that. But I might say this too.
Wrong.
I might say that too.
Wrong.
That's what it is. So, a couple of things I wanted to touch on today since we haven't been around. So, I don't know if you caught this, if either of you caught this. Did you see that the Wallendas, they walked across Times Square?
Yeah.
Did you? I enjoy that.
You see, I didn't watch it because I said, my God, it's going to be 2 hours of nothing. And then for
And then splat.
1 minute,
splat.
yeah, God,
There was,
God
but no,
forbid.
no splat.
Double splat.
It would have been double.
Splat square.
It would have been a Splat Squared show.
Dead
It would have
people
been
and a lot of
very
commercials.
Good. Very good, Sally. It was a lot of nonsense for an hour and a half, but it was a long walk. They walked. It's 25 stories, which is 250 feet
Right.
high, and it was
Hi.
13. Hello, and it was 13. Don't encourage him. And then it was 1,300 feet across, right? So what I think is, they're up in the air. They're on a wire. They even had a harness. You want to do something death-defying in Manhattan? Walk that same across rush hour in Midtown like I do.
I'll tell you, though, you know what?
That's
If you,
death. Put
but
that
if
on
you-
ABC for
But
2
if you
hours.
could do it, it'll be faster for you to cross that way than try
Well,
to cross with the
actually,
street.
funny you should say that because de Blasio's now doing a new. Since it works so well for the Wallendas, he's going to have people now like a a walkway.
Is that so?
Yeah, he's going to charge $250 like the Metro card, and you can walk across, and it's for sightseers. So you can kind of see Manhattan from.
Does he have a name for it, or
what?
Is there a name for it?
The de Blasio walk. It's the splot. So when you fall to your death, he could say, and then of course you'll sign your waivers and everything like that, because we're all about waivers. We have people sign waivers at the gym.
There's a button over there.
Are you looking for my cricket? Don't touch my board. Here, have a Cliff Bar.
No, it's apricot.
What's wrong? I thought you would like that. I got that for you.
No, I wrong.
It's not wrong.
Not apricot.
Are you allergic to apricot?
Not a big apricot.
All right. Nothing healthy. Anything healthy you don't want.
Well, I did have something.
Okay, yeah. Show the audience what you had that was healthy.
I know. First thing, I was hungry, and I dread eating here because I know
you should.
It'll just make Steve.
It will really
like he has.
I will be upset.
He has so much information, so much humor to deal with. He has to deal with my humor. Yes, I had goldfish today. Couldn't hurt me.
Of course it can.
200 calories, low fat, low sodium. Well, maybe not low sodium.
Not low sodium.
360.
Low sodium. One of those fishes will put you. You gotta. One of those fishes will put you in a heart attack.
Swell like a tick over
You're
everything.
Exactly.
Only less than 1 gram of sugar. There you go, Steve. And look at look at them. Look at them. Would you ever think the thing that could never harm me?
Put those away. I don't want
The
those
one thing
associated with.
next to the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It's the goldfish.
I can say this live. That will never be a sponsor on our show. Put the goldfish away.
It's good.
Put your fish away.
I'm telling you.
All right. Again, so where did these Wallendas come from? Anyway, let's talk a little Wallendas. I did a little research.
They were in Florida, and then they came from somewhere in Europe before that.
Exactly. Right? So they go back way. The great-great-grandfather. They even go back to like the late 1700s, 1800s with the Wallendas. So what happened is the one that we know, the great-great-grandfather that plummeted to his death in Puerto Rico, Carl Wallendas. So he brings the family over.
Right.
Right. And this is about 1920s. Comes over from Germany. They do their little acrobatic stunt wire act, and the Ringling Brothers gets a hold of this, as they do not miss anything. The Ringling Brothers. That's a show. Exactly. So they get them to perform at Madison Square Garden, 1928.
Right.
Okay, that was the last time the Garden was something good was happening there. Okay. So exactly. So
Poor Billy Joel.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I was really it was a shot at the Knicks, but okay. Musical guests excluded. So somehow in the transition or in transit, they lose their safety net. So they have to perform their high wire act without a net. And so it began. The Flying Wallendas got their name because they did all their acts then without the net because the people went crazy for it. It would be like equivalent to you, maybe walking around here with your shoelaces untied.
Oh.
Would be death-defying.
Like, it probably would be.
Something like that.
Even if they were tied, they'd probably.
It is always trepidation.
A bit scary.
Yeah, or maybe something like that. Anyway, so the Wallendas, they actually suffered a pretty bad accident in Florida 2 years ago. Right? I don't know if you have it on your phone.
Right.
Well, that's okay.
No, it's just looking at our thing.
Oh, cool. 2017. They're practicing in Florida. Did you see this? And then they showed it. They were doing the 8-person pyramid, and they all collapsed and fell. Now, in their even in their practice, they had no net. So 5 of them hit the ground, including Luana, who was his sister, who walked. She broke every bone in her face.
Oh, my God.
She has 62 screws in her face, broke her shoulder. I mean, a mess. And a year and a half later, she's walking across Times Square. Can you say you do something like that?
No, that is absolutely insane.
I'd want a new family, honestly.
We were saying, my sister was saying that, my mom was saying that. Like, what if you are born in that family and you don't want to walk across Manhattan on a rope?
Right. Yeah.
What if you're like, I'd like to do accounting. I feel like I'm enjoying numbers. I'd like to be a bank examiner.
I'll see you Thanksgiving and Christmas. Godspeed.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need a new family, and then maybe you're adopted or something. I would have liked to be in the Wallendas. I would have enjoyed that.
You would be fantastic.
Love the showman aspect of it. The Flying Wallenda.
Wallenda.
Well, I'm only one, so. And now July 4th is coming, Steve.
Exactly.
And there's no better time because we all know what Long Island is famous for: tanning booths, cigarettes, hot, sweaty beaches,
yep,
and fireworks.
Fireworks.
We love explosions.
We do.
We enjoy it.
We love driving to Pennsylvania,
Getting
and
illegal.
buying some illegal fireworks.
Speaking of which, do you know if you're caught with fireworks, what do you think the fine is, Sally, if you're caught with fireworks?
They give you an all-American burger.
That would be, the All American in Massapequa.
Which is
Also one of our sponsors. All American. Come down and enjoy yourself a burger after a day at the hot, sweaty beach. But no.
If I didn't have dinner waiting tonight, I would be going to
You
All
would love
American
that.
now. Thank you.
You've made Steve hungry.
Mm-hmm.
$500.
All right, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a decent amount. No prison time, depending on the size
So
of the
what
fireworks.
aren't you allowed to do? You can't set off any of your own fireworks?
No, you can't be caught in possession or anything of even a firecracker, a firework. So,
That's interesting.
but yet all around Long Island, you see people in homes, they're doing it because I guess they just don't care. It's too many
You
people.
must be able to get some type of permit because there's where I live. There's a family that every 4th of July they set off about $10,000 worth of fireworks
Wow.
in this little community, like every year. Like they're known for it. They've done it for years, and it's the best you've ever seen. And we just sit on the front lawn, and it goes on for like an hour and a half. It's crazy and great. But then there's also the knucklehead across the street who
Yes, there's always the knucklehead.
Isn't there
across
always the
street.
knucklehead?
There's always a knucklehead across the street who has to put off the M80s, right in the middle of the road. So I wouldn't mind like calling the coppers on them.
You should call the police on them. Now that family setting off, they wouldn't be by any chance named the Grucci's, would they?
I don't know. Are they on Biltmore Boulevard?
Well, no. The Grucci. You never heard of the Grucci's?
No, who are the Grucci's?
Oh
the
my God.
Grucci's, they're out east. They were based out east, but they were
Exactly.
amazing. They were a family of fireworks.
They're
Oh,
the
really?
they're the like
Pyrotechnic
They're the people?
experts.
they're the people.
They
They're
did
like when you hear the
shows.
Grucci fireworks show is the Macy's one, the
Nice.
They're
big
not
July
as
4th
big as
one.
they used to be. They haven't been
No.
with Macy's in a while now. But
And I'll tell
they,
you why. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay,
Stephen.
good. Tell me right.
Yeah, I actually have actual audio of what happened. So bear with me while
Mm-hmm.
I tell the fans a little background about the Grucci's. While they're actually located where on Long Island?
I think Bayport or Bellport.
Bellport.
Bellport. Okay.
But, Stephen, they actually had to move, and I'll tell you why. They had an incident. Did I send you
There
the
was an incident. I did know what happened.
Did I send it to you?
I
Oh, I
don't think
did.
You did. I don't remember, but I do know the incident.
So here's what happened. We have some.
Doctor's office.
Hi. Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. We had some fireworks that were left over
Yeah.
from the 4th of July, and I blew one off in my hand.
Oh. Hello, can I help you?
Hello. Oh boy. Listen, I was lighting firecrackers that were left over from the 4th of July, and I
When
blew.
did you do this?
Oh, about a little while, half an hour.
Okay, what kind of firework?
It was a firecracker.
Okay.
It looked like, when you finish with the toilet paper, the empty tube.
Yes.
It looked like that, about that size.
Okay.
And
It's not a firecracker, that's like an M80 then.
oh boy, it's big, and my hand does not look good.
I suggest that you go to an emergency room and get immediate attention.
Yeah,
This is
this
serious.
was a
What are you laughing
firecracker
about?
and the fuse, and all of a sudden,
What you can do in the meantime is
This is
get
terrible.
a towel,
fantastic. A towel?
something clean.
Okay.
Doesn't have a lot of lint on it. If
Yeah.
was in the house is preferred.
You know what's funny? It's stinging me like crazy.
Okay, in the meantime, just wrap your hand in something like a gauze, something that does not
Yes.
have lint on it.
Okay. These firecrackers, my God, I can't even, really, I'll tell you, I don't even see fingers, but maybe it's just because I'm numb and stingy.
Just get a gauze, something that doesn't have lint, something clean, gauze.
Okay.
Your hand and get to an emergency.
Oh boy, I really did it good this time.
Okay.
Okay, let me wrap this up and I'll see you with my nub.
Okay.
Right.
So it's nothing to laugh about. We
No,
were
it's
able to,
not.
thanks to our partners.
Special guests, the Jerky Boys. Thank you
Well,
for being here tonight.
no, that was
No,
our.
no,
Thank you to our special partners at Radiocom that were able to get us that audio. That was actually a Grucci accident that
Yes,
happened, and
well-
that's why they moved from Bellport to Yaphank. Do you know they're actually in Yaphank now? The Grucci's?
Someone's got to be there.
Well, what happened was, this is a true story.
All right.
They actually had an explosion in one of their facilities in Bellport. a couple of the Grucci's were killed, and actually some of the houses nearby in the area were blown up. So
Right.
they thought at best to move to a town that was less populated.
Right.
So they're now actually across Hempstead Turnpike. No, they went to Yaphank. Nobody lives in Yaphank, so they figure they can. Do people live there?
There people live in there.
Where is I don't even know where that is. Do you know where Yaphank is, Sally?
It's out east. It's by.
It's out east.
It's
like
by
way out.
It's like
way out.
near, maybe south of Rocky Point.
It's pretty far
South
from
of
here.
Rocky Point.
I don't even know Rocky Point. Anyway, so they moved out.
I can
to
tell you,
Yaphank.
there's a lot of stories about Yaphank also.
I bet there is.
A lot of Germans lived in Yaphank.
Why?
I know they just found each other there, and then during they actually had streets there right before the war. There's actually a Hitler Street in Yaphank.
So Yaphank has a connection to the Nazis?
Well, there might have been some, at least, Nazi sympathizers during that time.
Wow. That's not good, Steve.
What do you say about that?
I don't enjoy that at all.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
that's
That's what I say.
that's right.
I'm sending the FBI over there right now.
Mm.
I'm not happy about this.
I'm sorry about that.
Why did you tell me about this?
That's what happened in Yaphank.
Well, I'm not moving there anyway. I have no desire to go that way on Long Island. So anyway, do you know, this is also interesting. I started getting interested in this whole fireworks display thing. So I went on LinkedIn. You know, LinkedIn, you can look for jobs there.
Yes.
It's pretty amazing. And Indeed. I used to look for everything on Craigslist, but you get shady jobs on Craigslist. So that's not a place you want to go career shopping. So I go on LinkedIn, and apparently the Grucci's are looking for. I found this for you, Steve. I thought this would be a nice career change for you. Let me read this so I get this right. Let me put on my one eyeball glasses so I can get this correct. The LinkedIn, the Grucci's are looking for a position for an assembler in their pyrotechnic department. They want somebody to actually assemble the fireworks. I thought this is right in your
Wow.
wheelhouse. What do you think about that?
I have no clue.
Why don't you send in your resume? Do you have anything that would qualify you for an assembler of fireworks?
Assembler? I can't think of anything. Maybe I've tried to assemble my mind. That's about it. I don't know.
Well, that can't explode, so you probably wouldn't get the job. But
Oh,
anyway,
really?
what do you think? Oh, I didn't ask you. I was going with two options. I had because I'm developing my master pipe theater guy character, which you can always all see also on YouTube. You can see Master Pipe Theater.
Exciting.
And by the way, if anybody wants to call into this mess of a show, the Steve Sqaured Show, you can pick up your phone. You can call us. What's that number? That's 465. That's 516 for those of you out in Yaphank. That's 516 465 3990. Steven, you want to give that one more time? I messed it up.
516-465.
3990.
Thank you.
I like
and
the way
it's also on the screen.
Oh,
so
it's on.
as
Oh,
they're
that's
watching
right.
it.
That's
Yeah.
true. You do it on the screen too. But feel free to call us, and you can talk live with Steve. Now, this is also interesting since there's a couple of places where you can go to see Do you guys go to see fireworks? Are you going to take the family on July 4th?
No,
you
just
guys?
because we have that family across the street.
Oh,
who,
so you have it right there.
Yeah, the first year that I moved there, I went to Eisenhower or something. And then I come home
Right.
and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And then I was a little worried the next year, thinking, what if it wasn't there? But I guess every year it's there. It's fantastic.
That is great. See, if I actually listened to my show, I would have known you said that 10 minutes
okay.
ago. I try not to listen to the show. But speaking of that, you can go to Eisenhower.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be shooting it off there, which is just a stone's throw firecracker away from where we are.
Right.
We probably could hear it from here.
Probably.
Also, you can do the other thing, which is where? At the Jones Beach Theater. Now, they had Jones Beach.
Not
they
the
stopped,
theater.
Not the theater, at Jones Beach.
Right.
Now, they stopped it for a couple of years due to they were having just traffic and mess. So I don't know why they continued it again. Do you have to pay? No, it's just you just drive down there, right?
Well, after a certain hour, you don't have to pay for it.
Oh, right, because that's just like going into the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you can pack the car, get the hot, sweaty kids, put them in the car, get your flip-flops out, or your Birkenstocks in Steve's case. Put in some, get your beer and your stuff. You get a picnic or Celsius. Get yourself a picnic blanket. Get yourself a pack of smokes. You'd like to see that.
They don't think they like outside beer, or they definitely don't want your smokes.
You get a pack of smokes, and you sit there and enjoy a nice, fun-filled explosion to bring in July 4th. Now, speaking of smoke, I have good segue tonight. I have great segue.
That's so.
Steve's staying awake. He can't stay awake. Stay awake, all right?
Sorry.
Hi.
You okay?
I'm fine.
How you doing?
Okay, that's got nothing to do with me yawning. But
All right.
Thank you, though.
It's the best drop I have. So, which pipe do you like? I'm trying for my Master Pipe Theater guy. I got the corn cob.
Uh-huh.
What the heck?
Which you've had that. That's the classic.
Extra classic. Or I have the gentleman's pipe. What do you think?
That's much more hef. I like that.
There's a little, I'm going to go with this because
You have to.
my Master Pipe Theater character is more based on he has a robe, oils. He's like a
Yes,
70s character. You
that's
know who my character
exactly.
is. You've done videoed him.
I think that mahogany, dark, yes.
I like this, and I like the way you hit it. It's like like the people do with a pipe.
Just work that a little bit, just for a moment. Just get yourself into character, just for a moment, and just kind of like
There's a pipe, roll pipe.
just think of you're a man of the world, you know.
Yeah. I speak on
The
things.
robe.
The
you
robe.
Speak, you speak on things that are.
Well, I've spoken on a lot of topics. I've spoken about my favorite, Delilah, 106.7. Dr. Phil, who I enjoy. I always love to consume me some Dr. Phil.
Yes, you do.
Or as I call him, Dr. Freudenstein. Or Dr. Filibuster.
Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Phil, his pockets. I love Dr. Ruth. Dr. Oz. There's a lot of doctors going on now.
You have a lot, you have a lot to say, more than they do, probably.
Since none
You
of them have
experience.
Right. I'm going to give myself a doctoral degree as they did.
You're a doctor of life.
Dr. L. So, Spider-Man's coming out tomorrow.
It is.
Any interest? Are you all up for that, Sally?
Yeah, I'll definitely go see that. There's a lot of movies out there. Did you go see that? Did you hear that there was like a redo of Endgame?
No. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It was weird. One of my kids went to go see it because he's just a fanatic, and apparently they were going to do like extra footage.
There was a little extra
and
footage, and
so he sat through the whole 3-hour thing again, and all there was an extra Hulk scene where he saved someone from a building.
wow.
right.
And then at the end, they did like a tribute to what's
Stan Lee.
his face,
To
Stanley,
Now,
which
why-
he loved.
Yeah.
As I'm like smiling at him, thinking and saying, "Oh, I'm glad you had a good time." I'm like, I would have killed myself if I saw that all
Oh
it's
my
weekend
God.
just
that's
for that.
ridiculous, just for that. And why don't you give a tribute to Stan Lee from the beginning? No, let's go buy more tickets.
Is he in Spider-Man Far From
Yes,
Home?
he is.
He does
Yeah.
have an.
Oh, he should be. I'm assuming he is.
Well, we'll find out because
We'll find
we're
out.
going to go see that.
But Toy Story 4 is coming out.
Yes.
So I, wanna
I
see
saw that.
Did you see Toy
I
Story
did
4?
see Toy
How was
Story.
it?
It was good.
Yeah.
Just
Do you
not
like it
as
because
it's not as good. I
I
don't.
liked 1, 2, and 3.
I liked
the
three.
Yes,
same.
I like them a lot. This was just like it was all right. An all right Toy Story compared to the other ones still makes it pretty good, but
Yeah.
it's just I didn't feel like there was any reason to why do it again
Yeah.
except for just
I think
Was
it-
the
I think
little
after
girl
3
in Toy Story 3 in it?
yes.
Oh, that's cute. She was
Yeah, it was
cute.
cute.
I
She
liked
was.
her. Okay.
I'll have to check. I don't know if I'll check. I'll probably wait for that to come. I on like a Netflix thing.
I would agree.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not going to run to go see
Or
that.
Disney because they ain't going on Netflix. It's going
No,
on that.
we
It's
did
gonna
s-
probably go on that Disney thing.
I am waiting and excited to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Me too.
We're
We
going
will
to see
have
that.
we will have
Quentin
to see
Tarantino,
that.
baby.
We will have to see that.
That's going to be a good one.
Mhm.
That's got a great cast: Margot Robbie, Leonardo,
Brad,
Brad. I think Al Pacino's in that.
Al Pacino,
It's crazy.
and
There's somebody else I'm missing.
Luke Perry is in it
Yes,
too.
that's right.
When's it come out?
The end of July.
I want to say the 26th.
Yeah,
Okay.
around there.
Yeah, I
Something-
would totally see that.
That's a great. Yeah, the trailer looks amazing. It's like set in the 70s or late 60s, 69ish.
Right during the Tate LaBianca murders.
Right.
So Charles Manson is in it.
Yes,
He plays himself.
he plays himself. Margot Robbie. I think actually there's a clip of an actual clip of Sharon Tate, too.
Oh, there probably is.
There's some actual footage tape. There's the great scene in the trailer where the guy playing Bruce Lee is going against Brad Pitt, and he goes, "If I kill you," he goes, "I could go to jail." He goes, if anybody kills anybody by accident, they go to jail. It's called manslaughter. Because he's like trying to give him a warning about how his, lethal weapon hands.
And also, what came out this week? Yesterday.
Oh,
The Beatles
yeah,
movie.
I
The
definitely
Beatle
want to
movie.
see that.
With, his name is Hamel Patel?
Patel.
Patel Himish. Yes.
I like that idea. It's a good way to put them, to put the Beatles music in a movie instead of, doing the same old conventional way of doing things. They actually have a story that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I like
know?
it.
It could be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I love my life.
It's. I saw the trailer for it. It looks okay. It looks cute. I don't know if I maybe we'll see it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There was also Gemini that's coming out, or it is out, or is it out yet?
Gemini, I don't know.
That's the Will Smith vehicle. that
Oh,
he-
yeah.
He kind of kills himself. He has to fight himself.
Well, yeah, they cloned him or something.
They cloned it.
because-
Well,
yeah.
what had happened? I heard the backstory. They couldn't
Oh.
get another actor to play with Will Smith, so they recast him as himself and himself.
Did they have any? Who were they thinking of to play Will Smith?
Well, they were going to have himself and maybe his son, but I guess he just played himself twice. Do you think he got double the pay?
It's a good question.
I hope so. I worry about Will Smith.
But it's really amazing though how they did it. I mean, you look at the trailer and all of a sudden you see Fresh Prince Will Smith fighting old Will Smith.
Yes. Now, do you have any interest to see? There's also another Terminator coming out.
Yeah.
That might be good.
Yeah, and it's the same. I guess they take it off after the second one,
Right.
Where Linda Hamilton's in it. I think that would be great.
Yeah,
I
she's
like her.
back.
Yeah, she's in this one, so that's going to be a good. So they got some things coming out.
A lot of good summer
There's
movies.
some good summer movies out there.
Right.
We saw. We told you last time we saw Rocket Man, the Elton
Yeah.
John vehicle. That was good.
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man, burning those days forever on. There's a lot of singing in that movie.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
What, do you want me to play my bongos?
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Rocket Man. No. Okay. I brought my bongos in case you wanted me to play a little.
Go ahead.
You want me to? Well, maybe later. I did have. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, we did the little sports. Oh, I thought that was funny what the Mets did. I know we talked about it in the car ride, but I want to tell our audience. So the Mets have their celebration, right, for the '69 Mets, and since they're, it's just so fantastic everything they
heard
do.
about this.
Everything they do is just wonderful. They just can't get it together.
It's ridiculous.
So they do a memorial for on the big board about the players from that
the
69
members
team
of the '69 team
who
that
had-
are no longer with
that
us.
are no longer with us, except two of them that they put on the board who are still alive, yet they killed them off.
Right.
Could you? Could you? Would you?
Can you imagine watching it and feeling like their family's like, Dad, you died?
Or like if it was somebody they knew and you didn't know them in a while, like, oh my God, cousin Howard's dead.
Well, I think
Right.
I just
one
talked to him
One of the
yesterday.
players said, "I saw that and I asked my wife, does that mean our insurance is like half or what?"
Like, why are the Mets killing me? But so you said they offered them some kind of apology.
They did. They did a double apology. They apologized.
Well, there is two of them.
They apologized at the ballpark, and then they also did a personal apology. And they are both going to come back, I guess, at different times to throw out the first ball. So,
I'd be too embarrassed. Are they really old?
well, look, it was 50 years ago, and they weren't. And I don't know who they were because they weren't. I don't think they were really big
Right.
members of the team.
I think if you batted a low batting average, they killed you. I think that was their criteria, the Mets. If you didn't really help the team in '69, they were just like, they're dead.
Right.
We don't care.
You're dead to us.
You're on our memorial. Well, that was nice. At least they didn't forget them in the memorial. This way they'll have it already when they do die.
Exactly.
This way they don't have to take it off. That's how I feel about you.
No, thank you.
I have your memorial already.
No, that's
I
great.
wrote up everything.
I can't
I
wait.
can't wait to speak
Please
at your
do
memorial.
it right now. Shoot me now.
Sally's gonna come. It's gonna be great. We'll have goldfish.
It is weird how fast, like when someone does pass, how they have it like done in like a second. Like
kinda creepy.
What to be like the person who's like, okay, your job is to find all these celebrities, make a memorial before they die, so
Right.
we're ready to go to film when it happens.
It is. It's creepy.
How about your Yankees in London? London baseball.
Yeah, I didn't care. I mean,
No? They won.
They
They
won.
swept.
I'm
They
happy
swept.
with that. But I didn't like the whole idea of going over there. I thought that was silly.
I think it's great.
Why?
because they'll just, now they really feel good. They flew.
Can you now drive across the pond?
They flew, 5,000 miles away to play baseball in a different time zone, in a different city, in a different country that doesn't really care that much about baseball. And now they're going to fly all the way back to New York.
Exactly.
Just in time to come back and play baseball. And
exactly. And guess who they play?
They play. Oh, the Mets.
The little Subway Series coming on.
Wait
I like
to
when me
see.
and you getting a little
They're
rivalry.
They're going to feel real good. I hope they got some rest.
I think they're fine.
Even first class, you can't get can't get a good night's sleep.
Hey, they had their Bangers and Mash, which is my favorite rock group, by the way. Love them. Bangers and Mash.
Bangers and Mash.
I've seen them at the concert in MSG. Fantastic. It's one of my favorite Brit groups.
Crickets?
Stop it.
What number is Crickets anyway? 42. Okay, now I know. I'm writing that down.
Write that down, but you'll never. Yeah, how's your hand going to get across to the board without me slamming it?
You won't have to say anything. All I gotta say is 42, and that
42.
that will mean
42.
that will mean everything.
Say people 42.
People 42. Stephen gotten cricketed. Anyway.
But
No, but I it was fine. I didn't care. I mean, it was weird to see.
was
that
ridiculous.
People were like, the place was filled with people that were from here. Anyway, it was like
yeah,
people
that's
that
what I
went
was
to
thinking.
a
I think
vacation.
you're not gonna. How many?
Nah, the people-
How many Brits are gonna be there? That's
They
what I was
didn't-
wondering.
they
I
had
think
no
it was
caring.
just, made a lot of money for British Airways and the
Exactly.
hotels and.
We should have went. That would have been a nice. I've never been to. Have you ever been to London, Sally?
Once, about 3 years ago.
Oh,
we
wow.
went for about 5 days. Yeah, it was really nice. It was mostly a music concert.
Okay.
That was
walk
cool.
about. We went to Abbey Road and we walked across the street.
Oh,
and
you
we
did the street
that.
walk?
Took your shoes off.
Yep. And,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you've been there.
I've not.
At Abbey Road, but it's just a regular road. And let me tell you, the people that drive up and down that road are so sick of us.
Of the
being in the
touristy.
road.
Yeah.
They are so angry. And so you have to find another tourist to take a quick picture of you.
Right, doing it.
And share back and forth, because you just have to get there and get off as fast as you can, because they just aim for you.
But so this is a through traffic type of road, but it
Yeah.
must be
But
nonstop.
it's
People
a
walking
really
across
busy
it.
Well, it's a
road.
crosswalk.
But there's a cross. So is there any kind of people like directing the traffic, like a security guard?
But
So-
there is a light, so if you wait for the light,
You can do it.
There'll be like a minute, but not really. And you spend most of your time putting your hand up, hoping they don't hit you while you get the picture.
that would be a fantastic shot if you were trying to 4 people go across and all 4 of them got blasted.
That's your kind
Yeah.
of people.
That would be
You would be in the car. right
would
now.
be that. That would be my unacceptable moment.
But yeah, it was fun. We went for 5 days. We have a friend named Elio Pace who does
I like that
he
name.
does a tribute. He does a Billy Joel tribute songbook over in England and all over Europe. And he's kind of like the Paul Schaefer of
Yeah.
London.
Okay.
And so we did this one thing with him, and actually Huey Lewis showed up
Oh, get out of here.
and was
Huey.
like the director of it. And so we worked with him, and that was fun.
wow.
And yeah, we had a really good time.
That is really cool. You never been to London, have you?
I have not.
That's something we should do.
London is supposed to be a fun place. Fun place, right?
Yeah.
Well, sure. I mean, look, kids, Big Ben. from that movie.
Yes.
Look, kids, Big Ben.
Yes.
I can't get left. It's going around the circle over and over again. Hey, Dad, what does the Queen do? She cooks in Queens. 42. So, so they did but that was okay. That was the whole Britain thing. So I did watch a little bit of it, but I was, during that, all of a sudden I hear this horn, this loud thing come over the TV. I was at my parents' house. My mom's like, there's a warning on the TV.
Uh-oh.
Like, God knows what. I'm like, it's
Like
a
the
test.
Russians are attacking
Yeah, I'm
or
like,
something.
Mom,
that
it's
sound.
a test. It's like, So I'm like, Mom, it's a test. And it just keeps going. And then I'm like, I hope it's only a test. You never know. It could have been a crazy thing with Kim Jong. But so she goes, there's a crazy storm coming. So I'm like, Mom, it's probably like upstate, one of those Rockland counties. But apparently a big storm hit Long
Right.
Island.
Just right.
But
east
we
of
didn't
us.
get it.
We got a little, but yeah, just east of us.
It was an ice storm. It was
Yeah.
the craziest thing.
Yeah.
People were saying, my clients were saying they had trees down and there was like hail.
Yeah, there was hail. Ice. Hail. Yeah, that's right.
Hail. Ice hail. Not the other kind.
Yeah, I drove home from work, and in Hicksville it was just really breezy and some rain, but that was it. So, and I was driving south onto 107, and I could see there was dark, dank clouds ahead of me. I said, "Oh, what am I driving into?"
Did you say dank?
Dank. Yeah, I said dank.
It was definitely a weird storm because I was going to leave my house to go pick up something at King Cullen, and I was with my son at the door. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to go to the store. And we looked out the window, and I'm sure you've experienced this. I've experienced this a couple of times where it's raining on one side of the yard, but not the other.
Yes.
So it was that kind of storm. So I was like, oh, look, Sam, it's not raining over there where my car is. So he's like, what?
Let's all go to that side of the street.
And I go, well, look, see how it's raining right over there, but it's not there? He's like, what?
It is,
but it was true.
It was like that. That's the way Long Island is. It's weird. Different parts will get different weather.
Just like every place else. Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, because on our island, like my brother lives a little more north.
Right.
So
Well,
what have it? My
yeah.
sister is south. We all get different.
it
weather.
happens, right?
So, but anyway, we didn't panic.
Thank God.
Yeah, we got through it. So I wanted to highlight this guy right here. You see this guy right here? Can you see him? Let me show the camera.
I don't know where he is.
This is 68-year-old. What's this guy's name? Roop Tawney. 68-year-old Roop Tawney of Comac.
Tony Roop.
Tony Roop Tawney. He is a champion ping pong player.
Is that so?
He has just
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, he is actually. Tony picked up the game at the age of 12 when he was in India, in Mumbai. He got good, won some titles in India, and started to take his trade around to America. Mm-hmm. They said, you're too good to keep this contained in India.
Hustling people strange to you.
He's the ping pong stranger. He's the ping pong hustler. So Roop, this is in his own words now because we've gotten some nice work from our Crackers Jack Steve Sqaured show staff.
Yes.
It says, when you play well, you get excited. When you win, it's even better. He says, it's a very fast game. You sweat a lot. It's an amazing feeling. Your reflexes have to be very good. That's directly from Roop Tawney. 68-year-olds of Comac.
He should know.
Now, apparently there is a ping pong championship, and I think we should go to this, Steve. It's at it's the Long Island Table Tennis Premier League. The finals will be in Woodbury this weekend. So I thought that would be interesting if maybe me and you, we got a little dinner, right? And then we go over to see the ping pong championships.
I
Now,
just think it would be cool to sit there to be able to go, Roop.
Roop, right? He's got a great name,
Right?
Roop.
They're not booing. They're saying
They're Roop.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So apparently, I don't know who he's playing, but he's in the finals. He does have a hamstring injury though.
Uh-oh. that could be a problem.
There is a problem. He might have a headache, which could be a problem in that game with the ping pong. Are you good at ping pong?
No.
That's the end of the ping pong story. That segment was brought to you by Unacceptable Moments of Long Island.
Do you know what also today is? 40 years ago today,
What?
the Walkman was first sold.
Ah.
The Sony Walkman.
Yep, that makes sense.
That's pretty good.
I mean, you just think about it. Before 1979, portable
Boom
listening
boxes.
was boom boxes.
That is pretty good.
And all of a sudden, exactly.
So now,
Did you have a Walkman when you were a kid?
yeah, I think I had a Walkman. I don't even remember. I might have. I think I still have a Walkman. Actually, I got a new. I have to show you. I got those new pods for running. They're really good. The
Okay.
AirPods. Yeah, those are good.
Bluetooth?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Makes my run I was just gliding away.
Ooh.
Yeah, until I lost Wi-Fi service.
Wi-Fi.
I lost my Wi-Fi, and my Bluetooth went out
They
right.
call it the Wi-Fi.
And then I was running without any music.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which I
I
don't
like
like to
those.
do. Then I had to start singing. So, hey,
Lady.
this is a song from Rocket Man. You know this cat right here, this guy, Criss Angel.
The great Criss Angel from
He-
Massapequa.
Yes, now I know his
Oh,
brother.
from Levittown. Excuse me,
Levittown. Oh
Levittown.
my God.
I stand corrected.
I brought him up because we are in Levittown, and I know his brother, Criss Angel.
Ralph Angel?
I know. No, his name's not Ralph. So his brother used to work out at my gym, and he is his handler,
Right.
his assembler.
His
He's
handler.
his pyrotechnic assembler.
What is he?
Well, he had to get a job for his brother.
Was he a trained wild animal? He needs a handler.
He's his handler. So this show, he's got a show coming up in New York City, The Mind Freak Unplugged. Oh yeah, he's in East Meadow. He's formerly from East Meadow. It's going to be taped on A&E. Criss Angel's Mind Freak. It's going to be playing in New York. I don't know where. It doesn't say where. Oh, on Broadway. It's a residence on Broadway. It's going to be like a Broadway at the Lunfontaine Theater.
Ooh.
So do you like magic? Do you like magicians?
I do. I mean,
Or illusionists?
a little bit. Like I do like it, and I do like what's that Carbonaro effect?
The Carbonaro effect.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
like
good
that
show.
That's funny.
That is, yeah, because he makes it more fun.
And he's from Sayville or something. That guy.
Long Island's great.
Yeah.
Really?
We have so many. Me and you, the Steve Sqaured show, Sally.
Yeah,
We
and
have
then
so many famous
and then I
people.
had a kid that got really into it, and then it was like after a while, like, oh my god, if he asked me one more time to pick a card, I'm just gonna punch him in the throat, you know.
It's funny. A lot of magic
like it.
here.
Is it,
You know, one time I saw Teller on the railroad.
Penn?
No, Teller.
Oh, Teller.
Which one won't talk?
Teller.
Teller doesn't talk.
Did you get him to
Oh,
talk?
Well, that was nice.
I didn't. I didn't
I
wanna
wish you would.
bother him.
I wish I had it. I wish you were my Teller. I do. I would love to speak.
I would
100%
love
of
to.
this show.
How could I yawn then?
Well, he can make noise. He doesn't speak words.
Right.
But I think hasn't he started or not on that show
Well,
that they have?
I think he talks on some things, and actually, he's actually written like op-ed pages in the New York Times. He's I don't know. I haven't heard him talk.
I wish everyone was Teller on the train.
Exactly right.
Would that be great?
Too many people that have to talk.
Too many pens on the train.
I need a.
Screaming on their iPhones.
I need a volume control on people. Is what I'm trying to develop. An app that I can control people's volume to bring them down.
like a remote control.
I don't want to hear your conversations.
iPhone is 14 years old today. Also,
Happy birthday.
there you go.
It's only it seems longer than that. It's only 14.
Well, the iPod came out in 2001,
Okay,
so that probably has something to do with it.
it probably does.
But because basically, it's an iPod that can make phone calls.
So I had a since we have a couple of minutes,
Mhm.
I wanted to do. Let me see. I'll do this. This will be fun. We'll get Sally involved in this. Ooh, where's my thing here? I wanted to let me get this together here because I thought this was interesting. I'll use this. I was trying to. Oh, well, this will be good. All right, we'll start with this.
Okay.
So I wanted to play the Steve Sqaured's version of The Price is Right, right? So I thought that would be.
Oh,
I thought we might get some prices, right? Little Price is Right.
exactly.
I can't believe I actually have a blurb that works. Now it stopped. But you get the idea. We're going to play the Little Price is Right. So I'm going to let you two guess over or under some prices here, which I found just wrong.
I'll stand back so I don't see.
Stand back. All right, so
Yes,
we're going in. We're going to get a bag of Hershey's Kisses. This is a 15-ounce bag of Hershey's Kisses. Is it over or under $5?
Over.
What size did it say it was?
It's a 15-ounce bag for you, Steve.
Yeah, but-
Something you could polish off in 10 minutes.
yeah, you're right. I'll say under 5.
Steven would be correct, as it's $4.19.
Okay.
All right. Oh, here's something. How about a little 14-ounce Haagen-Dazs canister of ice cream? 14 ounces.
Now this is on sale. This is a sale price. This isn't the manufacturer's retail price.
No, this is the actual. Well, right. This is the CVS price.
Okay.
So we got a 14-ounce Haagen-Dazs ice cream dish.
Okay. And
We're gonna say we're gonna do the same thing. Over or under 5?
Under.
under.
You're both correct. Very good. Oh, let's go to since we're in the summer mode, let's go to an air conditioner at Jay's. Jay's of Long Island. Isn't that around here?
Yeah.
That's
just down the road.
Just down the road. So let's give Jay some love. Maybe he'll be our sponsor. So, wow. These are pricey. Oh, my God. Don't go to Jay. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that.
I know, right?
Let me see what we got here. What are they? This can't be right. Is this correct? Oh, this is also installed. They'll come to your house and install it.
And then that's a whole different matter.
I can't even look at the way they do this. I can't even open their circular. This is a poor circular. Somebody talk to Jay's and get it.
Unacceptable.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So let's look at let's find an air conditioner here. Okay, so this this is more reasonable. A 5200 BTU.
Okay.
It's for one small room. It'll air condition one small room. Someone's calling us? Is that you or me, Steve?
That's you.
Somebody was calling me on the air. Nobody ever calls me. I told you 3990, not my number. So, Steve and Sally, do you think that air conditioner is over or under $300?
I'll say under.
I'll say over.
Steven at 279 is correct.
Nice.
Very good, Steven.
I thought maybe small room would probably.
Not having too much fun with the Price is Right thing. I think that'll be the only time we do the Price is Right.
Maybe we got a little more production value, a little more music.
Oh, we could, yeah. Well, I gave you the Price is Right theme song.
I know, that was good.
You know.
Maybe we cook up the bed.
Oh, this will be something in your wheelhouse. A little, oh, this is buy one, get one free. You know, Steve, you can go to CVS, get some buy one, get one free Doritos for later tonight.
I don't need Doritos.
So with our last couple of minutes.
I eat a lot of crap, but I don't eat Doritos.
I like this right
Are we
here.
being sponsored by Doritos?
No, they're not our
Okay,
sponsor.
sorry.
I refuse to have Doritos. This is you know, I like to pinpoint our little Dear Amy column, and I found one I thought was interesting for Amy's advice. This is Dear Amy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to edit it as best I can while reading it without my glasses. I recently hosted a luncheon for my friend, and she brought her husband and her daughter. Now I have a little dog. I kept my little puppy in the back room, and when everybody came for lunch, the little girl wanted to play with the dog, and I said no, because she's not really good around kids or new people, so she kept her dog separate in the back, in her cage. So without the lady looking, the little girl went, and she went to go play with the dog, and the dog snapped at her and bit her. And the woman was, the little girl was crying,
Right.
and the mother yells at the friend whose dog it was and says, I want you to have your dog removed, gotten rid of, and goes insane and says, and wants an apology and wants her to have them come pick up this dog, who was in a cage anyway.
Right.
So she asked Amy what she should do. Now, you know what I would say.
Go to hell. She got all the warnings in the world.
I would have called CPS on the mother.
The dog's in a cage in another room after you told her don't go in there because the dog isn't good with people or children.
Amy says, "Dear doggone, from this point over, I would refer to her as a former friend. This woman has no idea what she's talking about and should have been watching her child more closely." Now, speaking of little dogs, when I go train a couple of my clients up in Fort Salonga for you at home.
Right.
For you, those of you playing at home.
Right.
They just got a new dog, and every time I go to train them, their new dog is attached to me by the leg. It enjoys that.
He likes you.
Really happy to see
It
you.
is beyond happy to see me. Yeah,
He really
and
likes you.
It loves me, and even if I say, anything, or
What was that?
I always tell this dog, you know what?
Love stings?
So, unfortunately, their dog is attached to me through the whole training session. I can't get the dog off. But, so that's my fear, and I have to go there tomorrow night. I don't know how to tell them. So I might write this to Dear Amy. I don't know how to tell them I'm not comfortable with the dog enjoying my leg.
Yeah.
What would I say, Sally? Dear Sally.
I would kind of take care of it kind of myself, which is a little uncomfortable. But I would turn to the dog because he's just mounting you, like he's trying to be in charge of you, so you have to not let him be in charge of you.
Okay.
So you just have to turn to him and go, "Tch," really loud.
Give him something, like a forceful...
Yeah, and then they'll see that it's not something you're all happy about, because a lot of people just giggle,
Right, they get
and they
nervous.
act, and then you think, all right, maybe they're okay, but it's a very rude thing. They should stop it.
I do. I'm going to start doing that with you. I'll practice with you when you're doing something like that.
Yes, like I don't even go near you or talk to you.
Thank you, Sally. See, you should be Sally should be Dear Sally. Maybe that'll be something for you.
That's
You get like your
pretty
column
smart.
going.
Yeah.
Get like a website.
Yeah. Well, it's just I work with dogs all day, so.
Oh, well, there you
Yeah.
go.
Dun-dun-dun.
Ba-dum-bum. Well, that was our dog segment, which is sponsored by Purina, Puppy Chow.
Of course it is.
Now, I want to give a shout out. I almost forgot one birthday before we let loose here. Bailey.
The dog?
Bailey the dog, my sister's dog, and my niece dog. She is turned 10.
Oh, wow.
So she want to wish her a big shout out, happy birthday. Even though my sister says we're stopping her at 5, we're not counting anymore after 5.
She's a big girl.
Yes,
She's a big girl.
she's a good doggy, and so we want to give her a shout out. I don't know how that works with dog years.
I know.
It
And
used
you
to-
know, it's so funny you say that because I was thinking about this the other day because they used to be like times 7.
7,
Right.
but
But
they've
we used to give dogs like garbage to eat. Now they're living like a little bit longer. So do
Exactly.
we have to times it by like 8 or 9?
they actually said that it's not by 7 years anymore because of
yeah.
they're actually most dogs are taken better care of now than.
Right.
Do you have a dog? You don't have a dog.
No, I don't.
Well, so she's there 10, and wow,
Is this
my
yours?
blurp went off. That is mine. You like that? I have a little funkified stuff
Yeah,
like
I
that.
know.
So anyway, I'll play us out with a little
Dr. Funkenstein.
Dr. Funkenstein. I want to thank you all for tuning in and enjoying some of the Steve Sqaured Show. I want to thank Sally. I want to thank Steve.
Thank you.
Enjoy you guys, and we'll see you in our next episode, where maybe, hopefully, we'll be discussing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Me and you will go review that movie, and a whole bunch more. So definitely don't forget to check us out on YouTube, The Steve Sqaured Show, Instagram, and anywhere else, Facebook. We're all over the place. Consume us, enjoy us.
Oh, sure.
And watch all the shows. Knock 'em Dead Comedy is great with Sally. Those guys have a hysterical show. They're on in the day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 1. Is that right, 11 to 1?
It is. Thank you.
Yeah, enjoy that show. And we look forward to seeing you. And I'm going to try to see if this works, because we didn't really get a good intro on this. I'm going to try to play us out with a little Merle Evans circus theme.
The greater Merle Evans.
Oh, he's great. Ah, thank God it worked. Thank you, and enjoy, and have a great week. And a great July 4th, Steve.
Exactly.
It's my favorite.